Number 16. Number 16.
You are what you eat, and I care for a lot for the health of the people, and it's my profession. Since I came to this country, I work in restaurants, and I like to serve the people, and I think nothing better than give the customers a healthy meal. I told my employees, if the meal you cannot eat it and it doesn't look good to you, or you cannot eat it, don't serve it to the customer. You have to feed them what you like. If you don't like, don't feed it to the customer. The name of my restaurant, Pita, so I should make my own pita. I decide to make my own pita to control and have the best quality of pita for my customer. Daily we cook around 500 dozen of pita. So if 500 dozen multiplied by 12, almost 6,000 pita, we go almost a day. Yeah, it's a lot of pita.
Raquel, you say the food at Pita is always fresh and fabulous. Tell us why you chose it.
Well, it's a low maintenance type of place. I'm a low maintenance type of girl, so I don't look for the fanciness necessarily. I just look for quality of food and great service. And that in itself goes without saying.
This is fast food in the sense of you walk in, you place your order,
Correct.
and then you wait for your number, it's called, and you grab your tray and you go and eat.
Right.
It is fast food, and you know what? I have got a theory about Pita Inn, and I think it's in an old Taco Bell, and the building looks like a Taco Bell, and it is one of the cleanest places I've ever been in my life. I mean, you know, I think you could eat off the floor. But I had the chicken shawarma, mm-hmm. And you know, I've had this before, you know, in New York City out of a cart, and I almost died when I had it. It was so good. Well, I went there, and it just seemed dry, and you know, there was no spice, there was no heat, and I think places like that need to be dirty to have really good food. You know, like that cart in New York, you know, you got that kind of grease thing going.
You know what, in all my years of being in the business, I don't think I've ever really like asked for a place to be dirty for it to be good.
Yeah. I ate a lot of stuff off the floor as a kid. So.
He's my shawarma character.
It's that grease, it's that layer of grease.
Shawarma, for those of you at home, it's another name for gyros.
Okay, yeah.
So,
yeah.
you know, they slice it off, it rotates around that thing, and it slices off. But at Pita Inn, they prepare everything fresh. Mm-hmm. And the pita is actually produced at the bakery next door. And I was told that they actually produce 3 million pitas every year.
I went twice, and I'll be honest with you, the first time I went was dinner time. And at dinner time, sometimes I have a different set of expectations, you know, and it is kind of fast food. So maybe there was part of me that was kind of like, not so much, but I really felt like it was a great square meal for a lunchtime too. And you know, I too was a little bit new with the Mediterranean food thing. Mm-hmm. I really enjoy a lot of the things that I didn't know what baba ganoush was and tabbouleh, but they do a wonderful version of these dishes. The pitas are fresh, enjoyable experience. I thought that it did look a little bit like a Taco Bell too.
Now, Raquel, in this day and age with fast food, I know fast food is just getting lambasted left and right now as far as not being healthy. Is this a healthy alternative?
I would say so, because you have a whole variety of different meats to choose from. What I normally order is what's called the combination feast. You can mix and match, and you have these sauces that they give you to add flavor to it depending on your palate. And I think it's just a step above your typical meat and potatoes type of meal. That's
they don't
more
allow
common.
you to supersize anything.
It's already done for you.
Right.
It's actually supersized for you.
It is. It's very
like
healthy
filled to
portions.
the brim, your plate.
Now, John, Obviously, this place didn't really dig with you, but what are your expectations when you roll up into a place that looks kind of like a former Taco Bell?
And you pay $20 for lunch for 2 people. I mean, you don't have a lot of expectations, and I think that's the great thing about it. You do get to try a lot of different things, and especially when you live in a big city, that's the great part about it. You get to try lots of different foods. I don't know how they did this, but it was the best baklava I ever had in my life. And typically baklava is over sweet, and it's just, but this seemed to be, almost, this seemed to be adult baklava, and I hate baba ganoush. So I love to say the name. But
I like free parking. That was one thing this place had. That was pretty neat.
Can you get a bus
You're going to
there?
go all the way to Skokie, I had to use the car for that one.
If you ever encounter the owner Falaf, he will sit there and extol the benefits of, how healthy Mediterranean food is. And he'll tell you exactly what vitamin is, what vitamins in parsley, why you should eat baba ganoush.
That's why I don't like it. It's healthy.
Right.
How great hummus is for your heart.
Uh-huh.
Tell us about some of the special drinks at Pita Inn.
They have a tamarind drink, which is actual fruit, and they make a drink out of it, almost like an iced tea. Whoa. And it was really good.
Yeah, I went with the spearmint iced tea, and I thought it was delicious as well. I've had tamarind Warritos, but I've never had pure tamarind juice. I'm going to have to go back just to check that out.
Yes.
Come on.
Well, Raquel, this was your selection. Give us your summary.
I have 2 children, so I enjoy the ambiance where you can take your children and not feel intimidated, and you won't leave there hungry.
It's in Skokie. It has free parking. I'm telling you, it's great. It's a square meal, low cost, and it's not full of pretension. It's great lunchtime.
Do they deliver? I would try it out again if they delivered. I don't know if I'm going to drive back out to Skokie, though, to get there, because I got to borrow a car.
Well, you can visit Pita Inn for yourself, 3910 Dempster in Skokie. 847-677-0211. They're open for lunch and dinner every day of the week. Reservations are not accepted, and the average dinner tab is $8 per person.